right, I'm gonna give you guys a second to come on back in here. I did the I. Do you guys even want to know what I did? I mean it. I'll give you guys a second. Hold on. Oh my god, I can't I can't stop laughing about what I just did. So, what I ended up doing, I had to put, okay guys, I had to put part 2 on this thing. Simply because what ended up happening was when I went to unplug the charger, I have my computer plugged into one of the surge protectors. I also have my power supply plugged into I just seen Spat's comment. Yeah, man. But I also have my charger plugged into the same power supply. And fucking pulled the wrong plug. That's all there is to it. I pulled the wrong fucking plug. So instead of unplugging the well, I did unplug the charger eventually. But yeah, maybe I should label those. Maybe I should label it to where this is this one and that one is that one. So, but needless to say, we learned something new about the motors today. Well, at least I learned something new about the motors, something I did not know previous to today's live stream, or my part 1 of the live stream. God, I can't believe I can't believe I did that. That was just the complete most moronic thing that I think I've had done in quite some time. I'm refreshing my phone right now just to make sure that everything's going good. Let's see here. But yeah, it was just, like I said, the most moronic thing I think I had ever fucking done. But needless to say, I'm glad I got a quick computer. I was able to get back on real quick. Jumped in, changed the description real quick. I'm not running this through Stream Elements, so it's a little bit different than what some are used to. But yeah, so needless to say, we learned something new about the motors. The motors have a hex key on them, so like as Mr. Spat had stated, if you have a large press, you can help achieve in getting that bearing taken out. But you buy the tool for $4, you have the tool forever. Me, to save a little bit of time, to save a little bit of energy, I'm just going to run over to Horizon Hobbies and, buy one of these motors. As I'm looking at it now, I'm still on their site, and it says they're in stock, and I'm clicking on, I'm at 16 and it shows in stock, and they're still $5 a piece. So I mean, you kind of can't beat that. So back to what we were doing initially before some dumbass turned off the computer. And meanwhile, here I am looking for a razor knife of some kind, something to cut the heat shrink off the back of these. I could probably snip them off with my side cutters, but I'd rather have something sharper that I can cut my finger off with. And I don't see one. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe if I had one out here, maybe I would cut a finger off tonight. So, side cutters it is. We're just going to be snipping this off. Let's change camera angles. That way you guys can see how bad I'm about to hurt myself. So we'll start down here where it's a little bit easier for you guys to see. I'm just going to fold these over and reach on in there and just get the snipping. That was my finger. That was my finger again. Hey Dave, why don't you invest in some quality tools so you stop blowing yourself up and poking yourself in the fucking hand with these handy dandy sharp ass side cutters. It's just heat shrink. It's easy to get through. If I cut the motor wires, so be it. It's all right. The bearings in shot, as Mr. Blaze was explaining earlier. I think it was Mr. Blaze, or it might have been Mr. Mehop, just Mehop, was explaining that it could have been the bearings are probably going, because just by the way they sound. Yeah, that one there was really hard to twist. I could probably hold the whole drone up to the microphone and you go, yeah, let's see here. Let's see if that'll work. Let's see how well the microphone picks this up. Let's see here. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but I'm legitimately holding the quad up to the microphone, or not, yeah, the microphone right over here. And you could probably hear it. My God, I mean, it sounds horrid from what I can hear. But then I listen to the new ones, and I just hear this bzzz. It sounds pretty. So we're gonna continue taking off the pre-existing heat shrink. The only reason why I have the heat shrink on here is because it's gonna sit directly on the carbon fiber. And from my understanding, carbon fiber is conductive. Look at this. I'm legitimately gonna die tonight. If I'm gonna be playing with a soldering gun, so there is a good chance that I might blow myself up with it, because my soldering iron is a butane. Wow, what kind of heat shrink was this? It's like it has like glue in it or something. What the hell? Wow. That's some heavy duty stuff. Alright, last one. Last but not least. Let's see if this one here is... No, this stuff here is a lot easier. Maybe that one there was just happened to be some high quality heat shrink. Or maybe it was like marine grade or something. I don't know. Waterproof? I don't know what was in that stuff. Alright, those are done. So we got all the wires exposed. Here's the motors. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cut this back a little bit. Maybe I should have grabbed like some type of a little razor knife to begin with. No, I think I can get it right here. Go down. At least this way here I can be semi fruitful, maybe frugal. I don't know what the right word would be. Just to trim back some of that. I guess you could say factory, whatever you want to call it, heat shrink tubing. Just so I can say, okay, well, here's where it's going to go. They're going to get cut right about here. And then I won't have this big cluster of, let's see here, I'll use this one down here for an example. I mean, obviously, you guys can see when I took this off of a pre-existing build, I soldered from this, or no, I just soldered from this end down here. These arms, you know, the way that they were on another one, so I pretty much just left them like that and had this big loop of shit right there. So we're going to get rid of that loop. Let's see who all's in here right now. We got Mr. Spat was in here. Mehop was in here. Sweet, you're back on. Yeah, Mehop, like I was explaining earlier, my computer is on a surge protector. Well, what is that? The power block, or what is that? Power supply for the LiPo battery charger. It is also on the same surge protector. So when I grabbed the cord and unplugged, I didn't realize I grabbed the other one until I sat down and I looked at the camera and I started talking and everything was off. So yeah, I mean, they're not bad looking motors. You know, they feel good. They feel good. They sound good. You know, just a second ago, I don't know if you heard it. Which motor was it? This one here. I'm gonna take this one here and I'm gonna let you guys listen to it once again. Mehop, I think you were the one earlier that said that it was the bearings. Listen to this. Oh shit, missed it. I'm really hoping you guys can hear that. But it's very prominent now what they sound like. So so what I'm going to do first, just to kind of get rid of some stuff that's on here so that I can get the motors mounted and then get them soldered, I'm just going to go ahead and cut these off now. I am going to cut them as close to the LEDs as I can, but not too terribly close, so I still got something to grab onto, but yet I still have enough to use as an absolute emergency just to keep my ass up in the air. So, but like I said, I'm cutting back enough to where I can still grab onto it as I solder them, or take the pre-existing wire off and then put the new on. So, because when these things go on, I'm going to have to screw them in from the bottom and go from there. So, guys, it's been a couple weeks since I've even done one of these live streams. I hope everybody's been doing good. As you guys can see, I have a sleeveless shirt on. It is finally starting to get nice up here. And it was nice not to have to be in a freaking sweatshirt today, I can tell you that. Alright, problem number one, I already found. I'm going to have to use my pre-existing hardware, I think, my pre-existing screws. Simply because the screws that they came with is not going to go through these thick arms of the Player One, plus a small thin layer of TPU. So we got, what is this here, 3 millimeters, I think. Spat, correct me if I'm wrong. The thickness of the Player One arms is, I think, 4 millimeters. So, and then I have a small thin layer, it looks like 1 millimeter of TPU. And these screws are probably only 5 millimeter, and they are not, let me just stick one through here. These screws are not going to be able to make it all the way through all of that. So I'm going to have to use my pre-existing screws. For those of you guys that are, want to spend 20 bucks for 4 motors, these thrust motors were on Horizon Hobby. I think it's horizonhobby.com. Just real quick, let me see here. Where am I? Right here. Let's go ahead and do this. I'll just give you guys a quick little peek. These are the motors, and I'm not kidding, guys. I have this up at 16. I can add to cart, and I am not getting any errors. Like 16 individual motors, I am not getting any errors whatsoever. As far as a you've put too many of them in your cart. Let's do a display capture here. We're gonna go full screen with this for a second here. Display capture there. All right. This is my screen you guys are watching right now, guys. Like I said, I have 17 of them in my cart. 18, 19, 20. Guys, that's 5 drones I've got total sitting in a cart. And look at this. $5. Wait, what? It wants me to do something with cookies. I don't like cookies. That's alright. Let me go back out a little bit. There we go. I got 20 of, well, maybe more than that, because, okay, 37 sitting in the cart. That's all that's in there right now. Just motors. And it's telling me that they are in stock. So, if you guys want to go on, go get yourself some. I ended up ordering 5 of them. I ordered 5 just so, in the event that something did go wrong with one of them, they're in there. See, Brock's in here. Brock, what is going on? Perfect. Brock is clarifying that the thickness of the Player One arms are 5 millimeters. So, the hardware that you are going to get with these thrust motors, they're only 5 millimeter. I'm hoping you guys might be able to see it. If I can hold it where it's supposed to be. Story of my life. But you guys can see that there. Here's the landing skid. There, guys, there is not much more clearance in there. It's like, that's it. So you're going to have to get some added hardware if you're wanting to use these on your Player One. So keep that in mind. They only come with 5mm screws and a lock nut. That is it. This is what you get in the bag. You get lock nut, four 5mm screws, and the motor with really short wire. So, like I said earlier, if you guys want to use these, you are going to have to get some, either some race wire or put some LEDs up here. I think when you do these, I think you're going to have to make sure that they're not the programmable LEDs. These are actually the, I think like the race wire LEDs. So, but that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking my pre-existing hardware and go ahead and start putting these on. And because I can't hold 3 things at one time, I'm going to have to do it like this. And I could probably get away with using my drill, but the drill makes too much noise, and I don't want to interfere with the hotness of my voice. I should have some music playing in the background, but it is what it is. Let's see here. We got JFPV chilling. What's good? Tired as hell. Been on the road since 9 a.m. Yeah, dude, you had a hell of a trip. But because you went to Rampage, you did it to yourself. you did it to yourself. I do not feel bad for you because you went to Rampage and you've been driving for 9 hours. There is zero sympathy. There is zero sympathy coming from me. If it was like you've been driving since 9 a.m. for like work or something, I'd say, man, that fucking sucks. But yeah, no, I can't. No, I can't. But I am glad to see each and every one of you guys taking the time out of your night, come in here and hang out with me while I'm doing something that you guys have probably seen on YouTube 100 times. Anybody that's ever done a motor swap, you guys. It's just, Thursdays are hectic for me. I'm not going to lie. Thursdays are very hectic. As a matter of fact, during Brock's birthday, and he was inviting people to his live stream through his Zoom call. Thursday, my wife and I were driving home from softball, and that was me in the live stream. If anybody missed who it was that was on the road, that was us coming home from softball practice, and that was just me being me, jumping in there and changing my name before I jumped in, and yeah. But Thursdays are going to start getting hectic because our games are actually on Wednesdays and Thursday nights. So there's going to be a lot of replay viewing going on. But in between games, I'll be damned, I'm sure as hell going to jump in the comments and whatnot and get in there and, chat with you guys and whatnot. I just miss, when I first got into this hobby and got into this community, I used to see you guys, Monday nights. I used to see you guys, I think it was Tuesday nights, then Wednesday night, or no, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights. We could all sit here and chit-chat and goof off, mess around with each other. So, let's see here. Edwin's a very nice guy. Tell him thank you. I'm trying to stay caught up on the comments. Oop, what's going on? All right. I thought I was having a skid malfunction. Until I get over to the hardware store and get some more of these heavy duty. I think these are 6mm, maybe they're 7mm. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just gonna run 3 in the back and then 4 in the front. The reason why I'm gonna fly with 3 screws in the back and 4 in the front is simply because I am not a veteran pilot. I am not an aggressive pilot yet. I don't do a lot of backwards flying, so if I have any, I'd rather have the front be more protected and what's supposed to be where as opposed to the back. So unfortunately, I only have 10 of these screws So I'm going to run 4 in the front and then 3 in the back in case anybody sees that and they're like, oh wait dude, you only put so many screws in the front. So, but there is a purpose there. So, alright, let's get this. Let's try and get one of these things lined up. And this is always going to be fun, and I remember the little bit of a struggle I had when I initially put these motors on, trying to get everything lined up. Alright, I'm going to go out of that. I'm in that view, but oh, something else I want to mention to you guys. These thrust motors. I do want to point this out, and I'm going to use a piece of the raft from one of the 3D prints. On the bottom of these, guys, every drone frame has these, and on the bottom of the player, on the player one itself, let me bring that back in here. You guys will see it. You guys can see the green down inside that center cavity, the center hole right here. I'll use the tweezers to point this out. This is for here. I have bought a couple, and I'm looking around to see if I see a cheap frame around somewhere, and I might have one on the wall right here. Nope, that one goes all the way through. Okay, this is a cheap knockoff frame. This is a knockoff frame that I bought off eBay. I'm hoping you guys will be able to see it. It does not go all the way through. That center hole does not go all the way through right here. It recedes down in there, but it don't go down in there very far. This here, where's the motor? Okay, good example. It will not sit all the way down in there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It will not go all the way down. The bottom of this shaft is actually hitting right here on this piece of carbon. On the bottom side, you guys can see there's no hole there. So you got your 4 screw holes, but then on the opposite side, it only recedes down in there just a little bit. So these thrust motors, the shaft motor, or excuse me, the shaft screw that holds everything together, that holds your bell and all that together, it is deeper than this right here. So it will not go, I would not be able to use these motors on this particular frame simply because they bottom out. The only way I could get around that is if I put some spacers down here or some small washers, or maybe soft mount with some TPU. You know, print out like a skid, but then only do the bottom full layer and then put it on there with a hole in the middle. I don't know. But you'd have to have some type of separation in between the motor and the quad itself. But on the player one, as you guys can see, on the player one, you guys can see the green from the TPU on the bottom. The motor hole, or that hole in the center, does go through, so I will be able to use these motors on this drone. I don't know what made me think about that. I think I seen it earlier and it just kind of, something said, hey, wait a minute, don't forget to mention this, because that was something that I had that I wanted to mention. So, and these are all things that, you know, I don't hear about these things in videos. You know, I don't hear people talking about these, you know, about certain issues when it comes to, like, you know, I didn't know. I think these thrust motors are the first motors that I have ever had where that shaft motor recedes down like it does. I'm gonna, as soon as I tighten down this third screw, I am gonna look at that on those pre-existing white motors just to see what the difference between my no-name motors that I previously took off. Okay, these ones here sit pretty flush. Okay, here's that, here's that. You know, so these things here can sit flush down on anything, and you really don't have anything sticking out down here at the bottom. Just a small little nipple, I guess you could say. I don't know, can you say nipple on a live stream? You know, I'm referring to a drone motor, if that helps any. Alright, let's see here. I'm trying to find the screw hole for the third screw. Maybe I had these too tight and I couldn't move the motor around enough. So I'm going to stick that in there. That's there, so way back there. Now see, in a video, if I was just doing a video on this, I would have, you know, basically I would be skipping all of this. But if I did a video, it wouldn't be giving us the chance to hang out together by the campfire and say hey and talk to each other. So, but that's motor number one. Motor number one is in place. And God, they sound so much better than the other ones. Gives it a little bit more of a lower profile too, because these motors here are not so thick as the other ones. Thick is the word that I'm going to use. So, all right, so go with the second motor. And guys, like I said, I picked up, you know, for $5 a piece. You know, it ain't gonna hurt, not a thing, to pick up 5 or 6 of these things. You know, like I said, I've flown on a budget since I've been flying, and you know, for $5 for a brand motor, these things, what were they? These are the something racing. I'd have to relook at that again. Thrust 2205 2350 kV FPV racing motor. Originally $24.99. So, and I haven't tested them. This is going to be the first time. These things will be tested tomorrow at work just to see how they sound, how they fly. I'm really hoping they do good. You know, I mean, what's the worst case scenario? Put the other motors back on? I mean, there's really not a worst case scenario when it comes to this stuff, aside from something just completely not working at all. So, and I know that the bigger camera is, you really can't see anything that's going on right now, just for the simple fact that I'm trying to screw these things on. And it's just like I said, bad camera position, just bad camera position from where it's at. So there's that one, there's that one. Alrighty. Alright, so halfway done with the motors. Alright, there's 2 more boxes. You're gonna come off, and you're gonna get cut off. Alright, there we go. Y'all have a great night. I just got off work early. Me-Hop, man, if you're still in here, I appreciate you stopping by and, you know, saying hey, showing some support. You know, it's always nice to get you guys in here and just to say hey and, you know, just to see my beautiful face. Hear my softly spoken voice. Alright, so here we go with motor number, it's not motor number 3, or is this actually motor number 3? Nope, this is actually technically motor number 4, but the third one to be installed. Oh, back that out a little bit. Oh, man. Why do these gotta be such a pain? Just to try and find the screw hole. I got it. I think I got it. Nope, didn't get it. The worst part about this is trying to get them all lined up. Let me try and loosen these, back these off just a little bit. Maybe that'll give me enough room. Oh, I think it just fell into place right there. There's that one, there's that one. Last one for motor number 3, or the third motor. I keep saying motor number 3. I think it caught right there. Yep, that's it. On. And I'll just tighten all 4 of them. I'm back. Sorry guys, I got sidetracked. Dude, you ain't gotta apologize. Dude, life outside of YouTube is completely unacceptable. Johnny Blaze, you are not forgiven. Dude, I got 2 kids and a wife. It's easy to get distracted, especially in today's world, today's society. If you go a day without getting distracted, I don't even know what to say. You guys, you're definitely doing something right if you're able to do that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do on the other ones? I can do it afterwards. What I'm gonna do afterwards is what I have to do afterwards is just gonna take another path to get there. That's all. Instead of taking the short way around, I'm just gonna have to take the long way around. But on one of the motors, I did cut the factory heat shrink back just a little bit, just so I had a little bit of extra room with the wire, and I forgot to do it with the other 3. I knew I was forgetting something. Seen Brock Lee in here and I got all flustered. Alright, there's that. So I hope everybody's been doing good. I hope everybody's been flying good. I hope everybody's been, at least getting an opportunity to get up in the air. Our weather here has been cooperating these last couple days. Today we actually had 72-degree weather. Yesterday it was in the 70s, but let me tell you, it did not feel like 70 degrees with the wind blowing and it pushing all that cool air off of our lake. It was quite chilly, to say the least. So, alright, so all I'm doing right now is I cut back a third of the wire, heat shrink, the factory heat shrink, and now I'm just trying to cut some of that off right now. That's all I'm doing, is just getting rid of some of that so I can have more room to work with when I go to cut these to length and get them on the quad, or at least get them on the LEDs. So try and move that in view of the camera. I'm on top of everything, not going to snip any wires. When I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep, as I'm going through the heat shrink, I'm trying to keep the tip as thin as I possibly can once I get down there. That way the motor wire can't get in there. So, and on this side here, I'm gonna try and pick the motor wire up just a little bit and see if that'll help any to get underneath it to start trimming the bottom half of that heat shrink off, and then just peel it right off. Alright, last motor. Cut back about half. Snip it to the side. Snip this one to the side. And I'm always scared to do the last one. This is like doing that, alright, what the heck, just one more pack. And then during the flight of that one more pack, you just absolutely like destroyed your quad, broke a GoPro. There we go. this case, that one more pack didn't turn out to be a bad thing. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the soldering gun, let it start heating up, and position these a little bit differently. And we're going to start getting rid of the old motor wires that are sitting on top. And get ready to not blow myself up tonight. That's garbage. Oh wait, did I take all the screws out of these? Nope, I didn't. There's one. Alright, somewhere in the midst... Oh, no, wait. 1, 2, 3. I still got 3 in a package, and there should be 1 floating around there somewhere. Alright. Well, those small 5mm screws, they're just going to end up going inside of the... What do you call it? They're just going to end up going inside of my screw bin. Just to use them for something else. You know, frame screws, who knows? Woo, it's gonna get smoky. But you know what I can do to help get rid of some of this smoke? Guys, check this out. Let's go back to one camera for a second, just for a quick second, and then I'm gonna read what some of the stuff you guys were, some of the comments you guys are saying here. All right, guys, this is a computer fan. All right. I don't know if you guys can see what it's attached to, but I went ahead and took the computer fan plug apart, the original little JT plug that was on here, put on an XT60 plug. On the back, I went ahead and went on Thingiverse, and I found this, just this grate here. And I went ahead and put this little 90-degree little triangle on the back. I angled the triangle down just a little bit to where when I print off the other side, it's actually going to hold it up off the ground a little bit better. But the purpose of this is simply so I can take this thing and plug it into a, what is this, a 3-cell or is this a 2? A 3-cell battery, because it's a 12-volt fan, and that's what I got going on. So now this thing here is actually going to help break shit. It's actually going to help disperse some of the soldering fumes, so it's not all right up here in the camera and whatnot. But it's a simple little, it's a simple little something, to help the workflow, and I'm not breathing in all of the toxicity. Is toxicity a word? Oh shit, I was going to read comments. See, Johnny, see how easy it is to get distracted? Dude, you ain't got to hold it, you ain't got to apologize. And maybe I should have cut the wires a little bit further back, because it's a little harder to do with the short length that I gave it. So I'm just going to have to pay extra close attention as I'm soldering to make sure that none of the little hairs of wires are left in there. So, which isn't a big deal. We got this. And all I'm doing is I'm not even going to use the tweezers. I'm just dragging them. Basically just going to heat it up, drag it, because I mean obviously you guys can see here they're not side by side, just because I'm not the best solderer in the world. I got a pad here, and then the center one is elevated up a little bit, or offset up just a little bit, which is perfect for someone like me. Spat's probably looking at it like right now, shaking his head like, oh my god, what a hack job. Spat, you have my address. You think you could do better? Be my guest. and bring your drone. We'll fly when we're done. Alright, halfway done. That's what got me sidetracked. I think I did start reading why you got sidetracked. Which, that is definitely not something to fucking apologize for. Unless you were like, hey, I'm gonna go fly a pack, I'll be right back. Oh, and Spat, if you're in here, Spat, if you're still watching and you're still listening, I might need your help with a design, with a print design for the Player One. I want a, what do I have, an iPhone 6? Or no, I have a 7. I have an iPhone 7. I want to put a iPhone 7 on my drone so I can start a Zoom call and fly while live streaming the Zoom call from my phone. I want to see if that will actually work. Alright, now that I'm getting all these pretty much done, just cleaning up the solder pads, getting them ready for the next process. Alright, I'm going to turn off this fan. And guys, listen. That's the fan. Alright, unplugged, done. Alright, let's catch up on some comments here. There's Brock's, same here. I missed my turn. Alright, I was rolling, puff puff pass. I've not been able to fly at all. Between work and my quads are down. Computer's screwed up. Computer screwed up on me and I messed everything up. LOL. I'm not good with this computer. Shit is nothing like RC on the ground. No, dude, you are absolutely right about that. A buddy of mine that works in the summertime. He's in school in the summer, or excuse me, in school. And works in the summertime. So it's, you know, he does the RC thing, and yeah, this stuff here is a lot different. You know, just something as simple as this thing up here. I have a Bixler V1, or what is this? This is the oh my god, there's a fucking wasp in here. Great. But it's the Bixler 1. There is no flight controller. It's just I gotta kill a bee. What do I got to fucking kill a bee? Hold on. Wow, and you're gonna be up there. Fuck. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Maybe not. He's gonna die. Where'd he go? Oh, right there. Alright. Yeah. Fucking land on my drone. I don't think so. Alright, there we go. The wasp is dead. Jay, take it easy, brother. But yeah, I know I don't understand how just having a battery hooked up the way that it is for a glider. It's a little bit different for me. The whole brain injury thing, dude. It plays a whole like different kind of fuck you in my brain with that stuff. So yeah, but needless to say, every time I take off with that thing, I don't know if it's because I don't have the battery balanced correctly, but it's just constantly like this here. So Blaze, what's good? Who else is in here? How fast is it? Soon fly tomorrow. Well, I got it. Yeah, later. My brother, love you. Da, 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 da. Keep me posted on that box. J Night. JFUV, look forward to the new video. Go kill it tomorrow. Yeah, man, we'll see how this thing goes tomorrow. As long as I stop fucking talking and, you know, get to cutting some, get to cutting. Oh, ooh, ooh. Almost forgot. I don't know if you guys have a Harbor Freight near you, but this box here, let me show you. I'm going to bring it down here in the number 3 in the 2-cam view. All right, heat shrink. I don't know where you guys get your heat shrink. I'm trying to tilt the box to get a less of a glare on here for you, but it's got an assortment of heat shrink in here. Basically, there's 42 pieces, and these 42 pieces only cost like $5. But some of these things here, I mean, I can give you an example with my thumb. That's how big the biggest is, and it goes all the way down to here. So, and I think what I'm going to be using, let's see here. Nope, I'll be using the next size up. So I'll be snipping some off of this one here. This is the 1/4 inch. I'll be snipping some off of here, and that's what I'll be using. Basically, I'm just going to cut off like a small little piece off of these. I have scissors somewhere. Let's see here. I'll go right about here. A little more. That should be okay. There we go. That's really all I'm going to need as far as protecting the wire and the soldering pads, and just sticking off just a little bit. So, you know what I mean? It's basically going to stick out just a little bit. I still want to expose the LEDs, but I want to cover all the soldering points. So I'm going to try and make sure that any of the white lettering is going to be at the bottom and not exposed at the top. Just going to slide these down far enough to where as the soldering or the solder gets a little warmer, it's not going to activate the heat shrink. If not, then I'm just going to have to cut them off and then try it again. So we got one more just to slide over. I just didn't want to forget about these. Knowing me, I would have definitely forgotten about them. So, alright, so I'm going to start up here in the front. This is actually going to be, I think, motor number 1, if I'm not mistaken. I've done everything on the ground RC related and never got my ass kicked like this. Dude, it's... Hey, I tell you what, if it's on the ground, it's more expensive. I have noticed that. My daughter, she wants an RC car. I have got her some of the ones from Walmart. They're just cheap, $30, just to see how well she takes care of them, and obviously just to see how well she can control them. But the ones that I have found by getting at Walmart, they are pieces of shit. The controllers, I don't like the controllers. The design of the controller is not bad, but what the controllers are doing and what I don't like about them is once you give it throttle, you go from nothing to everything. There's no middle ground. You can't just kind of give it a little throttle and then it gives it a little acceleration. Dude, I hate it. I hate it. Even with the steering. You go to turn it left a little bit, and the steering maxes out. So I went down to our local hobby shop. We do have a local hobby shop, but our hobby shop is only plane, boat, and road. That's all they have down there. They don't have anything for me. I can't even get LiPo batteries with XT60 plugs on them. Which is fine, because the only batteries that I've been flying lately that I seem to really enjoy and seem to work for me are the Ovonic. Oh, these are plugged in. Ovonic batteries. These guys here. These things here. This I'm going to give you guys an example. This battery right here that's sitting on the very top. 1550 100 cell 4S battery. This battery itself is probably a year and a half old. This battery has definitely seen better days. If somebody knows where to get new plastic for these 4S batteries, I don't care what color it is. But if they know where to get new plastic wrap or new plastic heat shrink for these batteries, I don't know what size to get. Let me know. And if you're not already a moderator and you know where to get these things and you can find one, either put it in the FPV Hangouts Facebook page, or if you can buzz over and go right to a link to right where it's at, come back in here and if you, like I said, if you're not a moderator, I'll make you a moderator and you can go ahead and post the link. But yeah, I need some new plastic for these things. But this battery here is about a year and a half old. This battery here is brand new. I've only flown this battery one time. This one right here. It's only been flown one time, and I want to say, due to the way that I fly, I get about 6.5 minutes with this Player One. 6.5 minutes of flight with this battery. This battery here, the one that's a year and a half old, I still get about 6 minutes and 15 seconds of the same type of flying, I guess you could say. Like I said, I'm not very aggressive. I'm not very hard on turns and jerks. And for those of you guys that have watched Vampire fly, I'm not, nothing like that. I'm more of a smooth, flowy kind of, let's go over here, let's do this, let's go in that. But I can get about 6.5 minutes with this Ovonic battery. I can get about 6 minutes and 15 seconds with this particular battery here in the shape that it's in. And like I said, this one here is about a year and a half old. The only place that I have found that you can get Ovonic batteries is either on Amazon or by going to ampow.com. Just, I can get big links on Amazon. Just measure your first pack. But what size, Spat? What would be the what would be the millimeter of the thickness? Like this here, what I'm using on my LEDs to just cover up the tips of the soldering points for where the motors are, they're labeling this as a 6 millimeter, or excuse me, I take that back, it's not millimeter. This is actually they were calling this a 1/4 inch. Johnny, that was a good one. His wife told him to make a sandwich. That's what she said. But I don't know how many millimeters I would need as far as that. I attempted it. I tried ordering some once, and I got some crazy. It was clear, but when I measured what I measured, and it was the wrong something or whatever. I thought I had to measure half of the battery, meaning I thought I had to measure this side and this side, and then add those two together, and then add a little bit to slide it over easily, and then so when you shrunk it back down, it would be on there nice and tight. But when I got it, it was like, I don't know. It was the right size. It was what I ordered, but it was definitely not what I thought it was going to be. So, but yeah, if you know what width, that would be absolutely amazing. Alright, so first motor wire going on this thing. And let's see here, we're at 10:30 right now. I wonder if we can get this done by 11 o'clock. I'm sure if I just said screw it and just, measured, cut it, measured, cut it, measured, cut it, but we're going to have to do a little bit of tinning. So there's number one cut. One done, one down, and what is that, 11 to go? There's you. Measure twice, cut once, guys. And then you, I'm gonna guess right about here, which is about right. And I know they're not probably gonna be perfect, and like I said before, I think Rax is sponsored by them now. Who's that? Rax is sponsored by the Johnny. You talking about Rax is sponsored by Ovonic batteries, or what is it? Ampow. Ampow.com. Okay. Here, add a little. Okay, add a little. There, add a little. Alright, those three are done. Double check everything. That top one could come down just a tad bit. Actually, the first one and the middle one could be shortened up just a tad. Alright, so now I got motor number 1 and motor number 2 done, so I'm just going to pull off the, I'm going to use my wire strippers here. I knew I've been wanting to do this, so I've purposely not cut my nails for a couple of days. I'm probably going to catch hell from Spat later on. Next time I talk to him, he's going to be like, dude, why you trimming motor wire with your fingernails? Because I can. Because that's what a Stream Ninja does. He cuts motor wire with his fingernails. You have that one. Let's see here. I sent the affiliate link to almost everyone that buys packs from them. Ooh, I'm buffering for whatever reason. I just saw that. Wow, my CPU is only at 43. Let's see here. I have 1-1. I have 1-1. If you buy them using the link, they give me a little bit of the purchase price. Batteries, nice. Dude, I love the Ovonic batteries. Jeremy, send me on Facebook, send me your affiliate link, or send me your link that you have for the Ovonic batteries, and I'll go ahead and use those for you. And I'll use that link in the video description in here. I'll just go back and edit it in later. Or if you want to just send it right here on YouTube, that's fine. Alright, so now I am going to go ahead and start, just I guess you could say, start tinning up these motor wires. I might have to turn the brightness up on this little light that I'm using. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure yet. Nope, I do see one thing I am going to have to do is refill the butane. Refill the butane without blowing up. Anybody want to see D3 blow up on a live stream? Make sure you like the video. And then promise me you'll share it once I blow myself up. Oh, I didn't do the other 3. Well, I guess I could leave that on, or I guess I can keep soldering for right now. Alright, Jeremy, I'll go ahead and edit that as soon as the video is out. Actually, what I'll do is, let's see here, copy link so I don't lose it. I'm just going to go right to the link right now. That way it's opened up in another tab. Alrighty. Alright, so now, oh, I seen that right at the last second. A little scraggly wire. That's what happens when you don't twist them, I guess. So, do I have zip ties out here? Probably freaking not. Of course, why would I have... Oh, yes, I do. I have zip ties. Guys, I love zip ties. Zip ties can be your friend. Another thing that I get from Harbor Freight, just because they're cheap, and sometimes the soldering helping hands, sometimes they can't. Sometimes they can be useful. Sometimes they're not. So all I'm using the zip tie for right now is just to strictly to hold the LED pad in place. Bring it back just a little bit. There we go. If anyone uses the link, I appreciate it. I really don't push it on anyone, but if you do use it, it does help you. Dudes, guys, as much as Spat does, as far as moderating for the various streams that he does, you know, and especially, and if you've never tried an Ovonic battery, at least go in there, go on amphal.com and at least give one of those batteries a try. Like I said, I live in northwestern Michigan. It gets cold as fuck up here. I have tried, I don't have an, yeah, I do have an orange one. Okay. I have these Black Series CNHLs. These are the 1500 series, I think, or the 1500s. Yes, these are the 1500 100 cell 4S batteries. I have tried the CNHL Mini Stars, which are also 1500 120 cell, but I have tried both of these batteries, and I'm not affiliated with Ovonic at all. I'm not affiliated with AmpHal at all. But I can tell you that these are the only batteries that seem to work for me in the wintertime. I don't know what I don't know what it is that separates one freaking battery from another. But like I said, these things are the only the Ovonic batteries are the only batteries that I have found that can keep me in the air even at like 20 degrees, 15 degrees outside. It's ridiculous. You know, I can actually stay in the air for a decent amount of time, even in the winter. And up here, we only have summer, like decent summer weather for about 4 months. And I'm sure Jeremy, you know, he feels that pain. Jeremy has actually, I'd say about 3.5 to 4 hours south of me. You know, and the weather that I get up here is not much different than the weather that he gets down there. But like I said, these are the only batteries that I have found that can keep me in the air all year round. So, and like I said, I'm not affiliated with any company whatsoever. The only time, you know, if I mention a company pertaining to a particular product, it's only because I've tried it out and it seems to work for me. It might not work for everybody, but it works for me. And whether it's the application that I'm using or it is the environment that I'm using it in. We get extremely cold temperatures up here, but yet at the same time, in the middle of our summer, it can get just as hot as South Florida. So, no, dude, Florida. I'm originally from Kendall, Florida, from Miami, Florida area. The winters down there are, you know, it'll get down in the 40s. But it's not like our winters up here. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, Lake Michigan, all the way up here in Michigan, Lake Michigan it had actually froze all the way across, all the fucking way to Wisconsin. You could have walked from Lake Michigan, or excuse me, you could have walked from our pier in Michigan and went all the way to Wisconsin just walking in the middle of winter. I don't know the thickness of the ice or the condition of what the ice was in, but it froze all the way across. And for a fucking big ass body of water like that to completely freeze, I would say that it was pretty fucking cold. And I'm probably soldering these things here like way off camera, because this is still something that I'm not used to doing. Concentrating on where I'm soldering to where it's in view of you guys. I got a big old blob at the bottom of that I'm going to try and get rid of. Because that particular pad that's going to get soldered onto, it already has a nice big soldering area to it. Or solder spot. I don't know what the fuck it's called. So another zip tie just to hold down the... what do you call it? Just to hold down the LED, just to hold it in place while I'm soldering. It ain't got to be on there very tight, just, you know, to where you can still move it where you need to move it. And I did notice that one of my other wires here did have another little burr on it, and I'm going to have to make sure that that's gone before it actually goes onto the middle one it was. Hey, I have tweezers, why don't I use those? There we go. Alright. Okay, now the tweezers, I don't know if you guys, yeah, you guys can see that. Perfect. I'm just going to use this side to kind of grab and twist in that direction. Just clean up the old tip here. Bitch. Don't you love when you're soldering and it don't want to cooperate with you? And I am so not left-handed coordinated either. There we go. Kind of. It's good enough for me. No one will ever see it. It's stuck on there. It's in the right place. Alright, now let's move them around just to make sure. That's on there good. That's on there good. I'm sure it could definitely be better. Am I gonna try and make it a little bit better real quick? Yeah. Should I have just left it? I think so. There we go, that's better. Okay, do I attempt to just reposition this one? Yes, I'm glad I did. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Not perfect, but it served the purpose. Alright, we're going to go ahead and clip this one while I still have this thing on, and it spits out the heat on the side. I'm going to unplug the fan for a moment. Okay, where does it spit out the heat? Over there on that side. So I'm going to slide my soldering, or my heat shrink up. Make sure that it's not covering the... Make sure it's not covering the LED. That one's done. Let's get rid of that. Move this one. Bring it back down. Not cover the LED at all. The soldering iron that I'm using, guys, it is a butane soldering iron. I do not recommend this fucking thing. But right here, it does have a hole that it spits the heat out of, which kind of helps this thing double as a heat gun slash soldering gun. So, alright, motors number 1 and 2 are on. Now, while I'm thinking about it, and before I even cut the wires, I'm going to grab out 2 more zip ties. And I'm going to go ahead and just put the zip tie on here and let it hold the LED in place. And then after this is done, the pressure of... Wait, what the heck? Oh, that side's already done. Duh, I was getting ready to do the wrong side. Alright. Oh wow, that thing, what did I do? Oh, I went the wrong way with the zip tie. Imagine that. And I can't believe that nobody even caught that. Johnny, yeah, dude, it gets cold up here. It was actually that year, as a matter of fact, it actually got so cold. Our United States Postal Department did not deliver mail for like 3 days because they did not have the appropriate attire to send the postal carriers out into the field with. So, alright, let's see here. There's one. Alright, the middle one, which is going to be a little bit longer. Number 2. Number 3, back down. Shorter. There. Okay, this first one I'm going to cut a little tad bit off of that one. Perfect. Well, I say perfect. Is it perfect? It's perfect for me. Okay, so let's see. There's one. That one's going to be a little bit longer. 2. And back down a little bit shorter. 3. Alright, let's snip them. Or not snip them, but strip them. And I don't have to have a lot exposed when stripping these back, just to go on these pads. Just enough to tin and call it a day. Now see, there's the gentleman that I don't work with him. He is a director of our association. When he goes to snip wires and try and tin wires, this man cuts back like a ½ inch at a time if he's doing something for work, and it's more dangerous than it is doing any good with the amount of, what do you call it, wire that's exposed. He don't secure anything. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Always stay hydrated. I don't know if it'll help any. Who knows? Maybe I'll get sponsorship by Pure Aqua water. It's delicious. Tastes like it came out of my faucet. Love it. Alright. 6 wires to 10 and then 6 wires to shit. No, we're not going to be shitting wires. Hold on. It got really smoky for a second. Alright, 6 wires to 10 and then 6 wires to solder. How is it that I always do that one burr on that middle wire? That makes 0 sense whatsoever. Get rid of that little blob that went on there. Got it. Alright, halfway done with this side. Alright, one more. Okay, my fan sounds like a little helicopter. That's amazing. I like that. Alright. Well, I already got everything in place where it's got to go, so what I'm just going to go ahead and, while everything's already on, I'm just going to go ahead and start soldering. I'm going to add a little bit of solder to this pad here. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of solder to all the pads. Ooh, that's hot right there. That one's got plenty, that one's got plenty, and I'll add a little bit more to this one here. Alright. That should be it with the solder. Now I just got to put them on here. Put them where they go. Pull that back just a little bit. That was a little longer than I would have liked. I wonder if I can there we go. I just peeled back a little bit more of that first wire. That way I had a little bit more because it was kind of short. Ooh, wow, that one came out really nice. I'm glad I did that. Ooh, those came out nice. I'm going to leave that right there so you guys can see it. Actually, I might have to reposition it here in a minute. Alright, I know I said I was done with the solder, but I'm going to add a little bit more to this one here. Make a nice little bubble. Alright, bring that down just a little bit. who was it before that was that had issues with when soldering? I think it was Johnny. Was that you that wasn't used to soldering, or you were still kind of struggling with it? How's that been going for you? Have you been doing any? I don't know if I would necessarily say struggles soldering, but garbage, 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 garbage. Alright, so out of the 4 of those, I want one of them went in the garbage can. Alright, so once again, let's turn the fan off to get rid of the cool air. Alright, use the heat coming out of here. Not on the LED. Sides, and move this way here to get the underside a little bit. Oh, need to pull you up. Get you in the right spot. And it's a little further. There we go. And I'll just start applying heat on that side. And guys, I could go to the extent of lifting these motor wires up just a tad bit just to get the underside, but there's really not going to be any need. Just for the simple fact that it's not needed. Because it's still protected underneath. I'm trying to get all these all these little stubby little pieces that I cut. That way I have a nice clean working environment. Alright. So that's done. Motor change is complete. The only other thing that we have to do now is what is this? USB-C, or is this? No, this is just a regular USB. I don't know if I have a USB in here. I mean, I got freaking cords galore in here. Wait, what are you? I got a cord just dangling right here. I'm not sure what it is. Aha! USB. Perfect. Oh, you heard that. Alright, so let's shrink you down just a little bit. I'm going to move Betaflight here right in front of me. Oh, Betaflight, you're going to go over on that side. Alright. Well, here. Hey, let's take a stroll through old Betaflight. What do we got? Zoom. Do we want to go full screen or no? I don't know where it is. Windows capture. Minimize view. I forgot which one it was. Oh, maybe it was display capture. There we go. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's connect. Let's go down to motors. Obviously, you guys can see that I don't have the, what do you call that? I don't have the propellers connected. Let's see here. Let's video capture device. Add existing. That camera. There. Let's shrink you down. Bring you down here. Just so you guys can see what's going on. I'm not gonna make it pretty. Actually, I will. Alright, let's go back there. I don't know. I am going to make it pretty because I'm not going to be the one guy that says, yeah, you know what, I don't care how it looks. Because I do. I do care how it looks. I want it to look nice and look right. And it won't let me go bigger there. Alright, let's try that. Let's see how it looks. Alright. video capture device. There's that one. Let's do this. You guys are watching me adjust all this right here on the live stream, so it's all good. Alright, there we go. Alright, so you guys can see the drone here. Let's get everything all up in viewing area. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these left inside here. I don't know what you guys use as far as testing for your motors. Usually I use tape, but right now I do not have tape in here. So obviously motor number 1 we want to turn this way. The next motor I want to, motor number 4 I want to spin the opposite direction. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to angle the zip ties as their natural curve, so as they come around it'll do that. This one's going to do the same thing. And then this one over here, as long as I put the zip tie there. Oh, wait, what did I do? I did something weird. Oh well. Hopefully it stays and it does what its purpose is. I just found that it was weird that I put the zip tie in and it didn't make the typical little zippy noise. So, and they're actually on there tight enough to where I actually had to screw that one down. So we're going to get a battery. We're going to put a battery on this thing, and we're going to bounce it. Well, where are we? Oh, we are in motors. Perfect. All right. Oh, you are really going to do that to me? Hold on. Configuration. We are going to turn off RX set, save and reboot. Did I click save and reboot? There we go. Alright, basically guys, I don't use a beeper inside of my drones. I just use the motors as the beeper. So here we go. Motors are off. I can confirm that they are off. So I'm tapping on motor number 1, and I'm just bringing it up, and I can see that it is spinning the correct way. Now I'm using my arrows to go back down. Yep, it spun it right off. That's what I wanted it to do. Alright. Motor number 2. I click on motor number 2. Actually, you guys can't see what I'm clicking on. Where's display capture? No, not that display. I want this display capture. We're going to double click it. Let me add this so you guys can see what it is I'm clicking on over here. Now you guys can see my mouse. I've already check marked over here. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on motor number 2, and I'm going to use my up arrow, and you guys can see it increases the value by 1. There, that's going the correct way. So I'm just going to click it by down 2. Go to motor number 3, which I should be over here. Nothing is in the way. Number 2. That's spinning the correct way. Go back down. Click motor number 4. Well, when I clicked it, it went the other way. So that is actually spinning. So every one of the motors are actually, in fact, spinning the right way. I'm going to drop everything back down. Now, just to double check and make sure, I'm spinning this motor just to get the zip ties off, because as they were hitting, they were tightening and the motor was spinning. So that was probably a stupid idea. Guys, don't use zip ties to do this. It's more of a pain in the ass than anything. So, alright. Alright, what do we got going on here? So I'm just gonna click on master, which is gonna do all of them. So that brings everything up to 1002. I'll do one more. That's right. That's right. Alright, guys, I do not have to go into BL Heli and do anything. All of my motors are actually spinning the correct way, which I'm very happy about. When I say happy, I do mean ecstatic. So the only thing left to do now is, what is there left to do? Oh, put the props back on it and go fly it tomorrow. Just computer shit after that I struggle with. Johnny, what is it that you're... I just seen your comment here. What is it that you're struggling with as far as the computer, brother? Let me know while I go ahead and put these... Actually, you know what? I'm going to get a little crazy. I'm going to run outside real quick. And let me run outside and see... Let me see here. I'm going to run outside and I'm going to make sure that the back hatch of my truck is closed. What do I got here? And while I'm out there, I'm going to leave you guys with the video. This is one of my... This was today. This was tonight. Going down, just messing around, just playing around here in my yard. So I'm going to go make sure the hatch of my truck is closed. And before I close the hatch, I'm going to grab these props that I done up a little bit earlier. And we're going to get these props on here just to add it a little bit more color. So bear with me. Oh yeah, look, there's a guy that broke down on his four-wheeler. And I'm fucking with him. I'll be right back. Sorry, it's an unedited video, never add music to it, so you guys enjoy some peace. I need my flashlight. Alright, while we are watching that, let me turn the flashlight off. Alright. Because I was bored, and I'm waiting for new props to come in to hydro dip the new props. Yes, I did say hydro dip props. I don't even remember what size these things are. These are some pretty aggressive pitch on these here. Damn, shit's falling over. Do I want to use the green? How does the green look on there? I don't have yellow. I don't have yellow standoff, or not standoffs, but I don't have yellow prop nuts. What do I have for prop nuts? I got prop nuts somewhere, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just going to go ahead and use the new ones. I'm really hoping that the color, I mean, I went ahead, all I did, guys, I found some flexible paint. Because, guys, our props, when we are flying these things, our props are constantly flexing. So if you guys choose to go this route and try and spray paint your own props. Oh shit, I'm putting a black one on. And the reason why I'm using a different color or using the new ones is because these black prop nuts that I've had on here, or I have on here, they've been used for quite some time, and the, what is that called? The nylon portion of the props are pretty worn out, so but yeah, this is just me messing around right here by where I live. Like I said, guys, I am not an aggressive flyer. I am not a great pilot, but I can avoid stuff and I can flip and roll. And I even did a inverted yaw spin a couple times. Did an inverted yaw spin. I landed and threw up. But I didn't crash. You guys are going to hear this in the background. That's just me tightening these things down. Done. Alright. Now she's ready to put in the air. And this is where I would use my phone if it was earlier in the day, and I had a, what is that called? And I had a, oh, what is it? A mount to put my phone onto, and it was earlier in the day. I would be able to activate my Zoom on the computer, run outside, put my phone on it, mute the phone on Zoom, add it to the live stream, and I could do a quick test flight with you guys right here, just to see how it's going. You know, or not necessarily to see how it's going, but just to see how, you know, how it flies. So, but guys, that's it. What I went ahead and did is I went ahead and just spray painted some bright pink flexible spray paint on these here. I'm waiting for a few sets of props to come in right now. Where did I order them? I think I got the props from Pyrodrone. I've been running these green HQ 4 blades on here. I really like how they fly. I enjoy them. I like them. I have zero complaints about these. I don't really mess with rates and PIDs and all that stuff, but they seem to work really well for me for the, like I said, the applications that I use. And it is what it is. So sounds good. I don't hear the grinding, and I like that. No more grinding for the propellers. So, but guys, that's it. I am going to what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to get out of here, and yeah, dude, it would be great to sit here and I think it would be great. And Spat, and if you're watching this and ignoring me, I'm gonna cry. But no, for real, if you're watching this and you can hear me, I would love if you could help me out and make me a. Hold on, you're gonna hear the drill again. I'm gonna reseat the nylon in this here. The nylon's starting to come out, so I'm just gonna press it back in there. And instead of pressing down while I screw it on, I'm just gonna let the tool itself do its job. Yeah, much better. Okay. But Spat, if you're watching this, I would love. Okay, good. I would love to have a mount for my phone. Roughly, I'd say about 25-30 degrees. To where if I had my phone mounted on here, let's see here. That should be an okay view. I'm looking to see right here. All right, where if I had my phone and I put my phone up here, I could obviously bring my battery strap back just a little bit. My camera would be up top, but have it at about 25 degrees. Let's see. No, hold on. Hold on. I'm glad I'm talking about this and kind of feeling it out right now. The phone mount would have to be up a little bit. So I might have to put the phone mount way up here in the front. But the phone mount would actually have to be elevated up about, say, 10 millimeters. Maybe anywhere between 5 and 10 millimeters. I don't have a GoPro mount on here, obviously. Maybe a mount that I can put down here, but then put the phone on here, just so if I get done with a build, alright, let's go outside and test it out. I can grab my phone. Just go here. Where the fuck is it? Right here. Boom. Zoom. I can go on Zoom. I can go ahead and start my phone as a person. Then I can jump on here on OBS. I could add the Zoom call to it, and I would be able to see on my phone what's going on. And after I got done with something as simple as this here, alright, let's see how these motors work, how they perform. Obviously, you wouldn't get the same exact effect with the phone as without the phone while flying, but you would get the gist of it. I could go ahead and I could mute the microphone input for the phone. That way we're not getting the motor noise the entire time. Or maybe, you know, I don't know. Sure, there's a way we could figure something out. But yeah, that would be great if you could help me out with that. But that's it, guys. It's done. I'm hoping that this camera picks up the nice, clean, bright pink colors. I'm gonna hit this button here, see if it changes it at all. But guys, these motors or these propellers that are on here right now, these things are a very, 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 very bright pink in color, and I'm really hoping that it might show up on your guys' end. Actually, I can see exactly what it looks like on your guys' end right now. Maybe. Wow, it's like way back. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's go up here in the front. Brighten it up all the way. Yeah, it's kind of a dull color. It's hard. It's definitely hard to see in here. But aside from that, you know, it's a very bright pink. It's actually a fluorescent pink. The camera really doesn't give it much justice as to... I have the iPhone 8. No, 7, excuse me. It is the 7S. iPhone 7S. I've tried, and the reason why I'm asking for help is because I've tried making a couple of cases for this phone, and just had zero luck. Zero luck fucking doing it. But I think that it would be great, you know, and I don't see it, and it's something, I try to do things that other people aren't doing. I don't see anybody else doing a build and saying, alright guys, let's go ahead and strap my phone to this thing, and let's go ahead and take it for a ride and see how it flies. So, but guys, that's it. I don't have a lot of room in here, but I will do this. Let's see here. What did I do with that battery? Right here. And I know that this isn't recommended, and somebody's going to say, oh, you dumbass, you shouldn't be doing that inside your fucking small-ass shed. But I want somebody to say that. I want somebody to say, oh, you dumbass, you shouldn't be doing that in your fucking shed. So, bear with me for one more second. I think you guys might know what I'm getting ready to do. Can anybody guess what I'm getting ready to do? People, for the most part, don't want to destroy their phone. LOL. Night flight, send it. No, dude, fuck that. No, no. Yeah, it's going to be a night flight. Right fucking here. I've already tested the motors. Everything appeared to be spinning the correct way. I'm going to put it in horizon mode. I'm getting nothing. Nothing as far as arming. I got signal. I got signal. I can see that here. Alright. Let's see if it's saying anything in the goggles. And I was just going to say, alright guys, that's it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do the video tomorrow. And I got to work and had no idea that it wasn't working. I mean, I could see. Telling me I'm on a public channel. I could see all my... I could see... Why is it telling me I'm on channel 2? That's stupid. Go to channel 1. There we go. Everything looks to be fine. Everything on there looks to be fine. Can you turn something off in Betaflight because of the beeping? I did what I turned off inside when I was in Betaflight. Who was that, Johnny? What I turned off was the motor beeping. So if I don't connect it with the... Yeah, let's just go ahead and turn this off. Let's reconnect it to Betaflight, and I'll see it. And I'm just going to turn it back on. Yeah, you can see that the remote's connected. But what I turned off in Betaflight was just for the motors. It was the motor beeper. Where's Betaflight? Right there. Alright, let's go back into here. Bring you over. Where do I want you to be? You can be right there. Actually, no, I need you in the middle. Alright, guys, I can't see your comments just for the time being. Okay, so we're going to connect. I'm on number 3. That's right. Let's go to configuration. Johnny, what I had turned off was the D-Shot beacon configuration. So it was this right here. You guys can see it turning on and off. Basically, beeps when aux channel is set for beep. So that's kind of like, I lost my drone. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's somewhere over in this area. You know how that works. So we're going to hit save. And if I'm not mistaken, let's reconnect and go to the receiver. If I'm not mistaken, I think, yep, throttle's all the way down. Let's see here. Nope, it's not going to read it because it's not plugged in. It won't arm because it's connected to the computer.
Telemetry recovered.
Yeah, you guys can see the throttle jumped up. See, that's recognizing there. Let's jump over to modes. My arm switch, that's correct, but you can see it's disabled because it's plugged into the computer. I also, because of my kids, I have a pre-arm, which is here. That's correct. Flip over after crash. The beeper, that's what the beeper's doing. And also I have the beeper on, so do I have flip over after crash on? Head free, fail safe, adjust, FPV angle mix. Yeah, flip over after crash. So, when I flip over after a crash, I can hear, wait, you know what? I should have that up here. There. That way when I flip over after crash, I can listen for it, or I can, it's still going to beep telling people to get the fuck back. Okay, so let me click save again just to make sure. Yep, that's correct. Configuration. Let's see, setup. Let's see here, forward, back, left, right. Yeah, all that's right. So let's go ahead and disconnect it. I'm going to unplug it first. Now I'm going to disconnect the, what do you call it? The USB.
Telemetry lost.
And I'm also going to, I know this battery here is charged. I don't think the battery had anything to do with it, but you never know. It might have just been, you know what? No, that was a good battery. Never mind. I'm just rolling through my mind all the different possibilities of why it would not arm. Maybe it was a sign that was saying, do not arm me right now.
Telemetry recovered.
Alright. It fucking armed. Are you serious? I know you guys can't see it. Maybe you can now. Is what it is. Alright.
Telemetry lost.
And guys, I was doing that in Horizon mode. I would not try no stupid shit like that in your regular angle mode, or not angle mode, your acro mode. Anytime I ever fly line of sight, I always have it in Horizon mode. Just for the simple fact that it is a hell of a lot safer. Yeah, see, now look, now as I'm looking here on the computer and I could see it, maybe it's just that this camera here is a little bit better quality than the one that I'm using down here for the under view. Well, let's see here. You guys can see. Yeah, definitely. Well, maybe it's the light. Maybe it's the light itself. Let's turn the light off. Okay, the light has a little bit to do with it. So, but guys, look at that. This is what I'm working with here. Let me bring it up closer for you. This is the player one. All yellowed out. I'd love to find some fucking yellow props to put on this thing, some nice aggressive yellow. I couldn't find them when I was looking for them, so what I did was I found some hydro dip with some yellow accenting. So I'm gonna hydro dip these things yellow. They got the yellow, or no, excuse me. I'm gonna hydro dip them. I think they're black with yellow in that. So, but that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. But guys, that's it. This thing's done. I can go ahead and turn off the transmitter now. I already got the goggles unplugged. I do not recommend arming your quad with the props on inside of a tight area like this. I do not recommend that at all. Like I said, I had it in Horizon mode, which is automatic leveling. While I was in beta flight, even that second time, I was able to see in the setup page, I was able to see that the drone was level. So, but guys, that's it. It's done. Motors are swapped. I have more aggressive props on now than I did before. If I don't like the props when I get to work tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and take these with me. But guys, that's it. This is the player one. With pink props. Props out. I don't know if I could say that. I know that's a Brock thing. I don't know if I could legally say props out. I don't know. I don't think it's a fucking big deal. So, but guys, I am going to get back to, let's see here. I'm going to check my batteries. I know that this one here was charged. I got to figure out exactly which ones I need to charge back up. I know I'm off camera right now. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking here. It's 11:30 right now. I got to get these batteries charged before I go to bed. I'm going to plug this in and see what my battery life is like in them. 16.8, so that one's charged. This one here I just hovered. Maybe I already charged all my batteries. Maybe I'm just fucking losing my shit. Not sure. 15.4. Yep, that one needs to be charged. I'm not unplugging anything. The humming for the power supply is going to come back. I'm going to start charging that one. If I'm not mistaken, this thing here, this one here was one of the ones with the dead cell that don't work for me anymore. I'm not sure, but needless to say, no, this is a decent one. Now, okay, this black CNHL. That's weird because I don't get a lot of time out of this black CNHL, this 1500 mAh. My ohms are at 3, 3, 3, and 4. But yeah, I just don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that's so damn special about these Ovonic batteries. There's something special about them, and I don't know what it is, because these things are able to perform so much better than my other batteries, and I don't know why. I wish I did. So, but needless to say, guys, I'm gonna take off. I know I'm all over the place right now because I'm gonna be getting off here and I'm gonna be going inside. Yesterday was my wife's birthday, so I'm gonna go inside and eat me a bunch of cake and ice cream. So let me catch up on this here. What phone do I have? That was the iPhone 7. People, for the most part, don't want to destroy their phone. Yeah, I got a couple more inside. I buy them when I buy the iPhones when I can find a really good deal on them. In the event that a phone breaks, it's easier to have one on backup than it is not. My phones, dude, my phone bill through Verizon. Now listen to this. I have unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. I pay $35 a month plus the Verizon's fees or service fees. So I'm paying roughly $43 a month for a 100% unlimited, unrestricted cell phone, and it's prepaid. Because I've been with them for so long. And my phone's on like auto pay, so I get like, it's crazy. So, let's see here. Night flight, send it. Yeah, I sent it here inside. Can you turn something off in Betaflight? Yep, we did it. Didn't you? Yeah, I did turn. You know, and it's weird because that, Johnny, it should not have had any effect on that because all that was just a beeper. If I was to leave that off, basically that's saying that I lost connection. My battery is still connected to my drone, and I lost signal between my transmitter and the drone. That's all that really is saying. That's all it's beeping. But because it's on, because I turned it on, I'm also able to activate it through an aux switch. That's what that one little ticker thingy does. Plug into Betaflight and make sure that your quad is receiving signal from your radio. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what it was. That battery that I plugged in, it is charging right now, but the battery itself was at, let me see here. Go one more. Oh, duh, it's right there at the fucking top. It was at 15.54 volts. Now, Spat, let me ask you this. Go back to ohms. Ohms. On this Ovonic battery, I don't know if it's just a glitch or what. Tell me if this is normal. 43 M with the ohm symbol. Like literally the ohms sign or whatever. My charger is telling me cell number 1 is at 43 ohms. Cell number 2 and 3 are at 7. Cell number 4 is at 2 ohms. Is 43 normal? But I still get fucking 6.5 minutes of flight time with the thing. I don't get it. Or no, that's my 6:15. I get 6 minutes and 15 seconds roughly with a 43 ohm cell. But guys, that's it. I swapped the motors out. I got all 4 of my old motors right here. These are going to be put up as a backup. I'm not cleaning up nothing tonight. It is late. I got screws left out right here. What do I got? I got 16. I have 16 frame screws I could use. And some 4 lock nuts with loose nylon. So guys, I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great night. I like my videos, so I'm personally going to give it a thumbs up. So, you guys have a great night. You guys have a great rest of the week if I don't see you guys before then. You know, you guys, you know, Johnny, Spat, you guys are fucking amazing. You know I joke around about a lot of things, but you guys come in here, you hang out with me at night, you know, even when I'm doing something as silly as what I'm doing right now, just, you know, like I said, just, you know, just swapping out motors, you know, and I say that, you know, I might keep these things, you know, I'm probably not going to keep them, especially after hearing how one of the motors sounded with, you know, that grinding noise, and, you know, like I said, they're 5. Listen to this. That's one of them. That's another motor, and I don't remember which ones were which. But I mean, it sounds like there's something in there just seriously like, wow. Yeah. You know what? These motors, garbage. Don't buy cheap shit, guys. That's all I can say. Don't buy cheap shit. Spat, I know you ain't buying nothing cheap. Johnny, I know sometimes it sucks and you got to be on a budget, but sometimes it ain't worth it. It ain't worth that budget. It ain't worth doing a budget build. So, all right. Well, guys, I am going to take off. I'm going to end this stream. I am going to get out of here. You know, thanks for coming back after my my power malfunction. So, you guys have a great night. Spat, Johnny, I see someone else just popped in here. You know, whoever it is, I'm getting ready to take off. I thank you guys for coming in here, watching this, hanging out with me. Like I said, just something as simple as just doing a motor swap on a quad. You know, luckily everything went smoothly. Luckily all the motors, you know, the motor wires, my motor wire number 1 and 2 and 3, everything just worked out perfect as far as not having to jump into Betaflight and, you know, swap motors or reverse motor direction. It worked out great. So let's see here. Something. No, Johnny, you are absolutely right. If you're referring to the budget building, sometimes you do got to do what you got to do, and I did. But luckily, we have people like Ken that are in the FPV Hangouts that did go and find those motors. And when I say he went out and found those motors, I mean it's like legitimately. What did I do with that tab? Where are they at? Right here. There's Spat's thing. I'm going to add that to the thing. I mean, Johnny, for real. Let me what is this here? Unhide this. No, it was this display capture up here. Okay. I mean, legitimately. I'm going to refresh this screen, and hopefully it takes me back to 0 or 1 by a quantity of 1. It's blinking and you're seeing the little refresher thingy just basically letting me add to the cart. Here's 20 motors, add to cart. Here's the cart. and it is not telling me, hey, you can only order, we only have 5 of these in stock. It is legitimately gonna let me try and order 20 motors for $100. That's it. So whether you jump in there now, whether you jump in there later, where'd they go? Right there. All right. Remove. If you decide to try and get some, or if you wait until tomorrow night, I'll try to remember to leave the link in the video description tomorrow night after I do a video, kind of like, hey, this is how this thing's flying, and I'll let you guys know that way. Maybe I'll put a GoPro on it, so you guys can hear it. Maybe I'll just have some GoPros set up around and then fly the drone by. It'll be easier because I don't have any mounts printed up for a GoPro right now, and I'm not gonna have one running I'm not gonna have a print running in the bedroom while I'm sleeping, anyways. So yeah, I'll just set a couple of GoPros up on a tripod, and just kind of fly by them so you guys can hear what they sound like. I'll hover around them. I'll do a couple punch outs. That way you guys can hear what it is or what they sound like. I'll actually set up some microphones so you guys get good audio coming out of the GoPro. Or coming into the GoPro, I guess you could say. And we'll go that route. So, where am I going here? Ending. What does my ending screen looks like? Oh, it's definitely the wrong fucking camera on that. I'll just use this one here. The stream is ending, but I'll just use this one because I'm right here. But, yeah, so I'll get you guys that video tomorrow. I'll let you guys see how they sound and how they perform. I'll definitely let you guys know, and like I said, I'll remember to let you guys. I'll leave the link in the video description. That way, if you guys decide to take a chance and spend $5 on a motor, spend $20 on a set of motors, and like I said, I went ahead and ordered 5 of them in the event that something did go wrong with one of them. If they seem to do well, I'm going to tell you right now, Horizon Hobby is going to have 3 less tomorrow afternoon if these things do good, and I'm just going to order another set, or another 3 of them. So, guys, take it easy. Each and every one of you guys, I see that, if I'm not mistaken, somebody else had popped in here. Not quite sure who it is, but thanks for hanging out. I'm going to take off. Let's see here. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That is awesome. Damn, I knew I had yellow props, but they were only 2-blade. Sometimes the 2 blades aren't that bad. And so for someone like me, Johnny, who just kind of, I'm more of like a floater, kind of drifting, kind of, I'm not a very aggressive pilot. I enjoy the flowy style. I have not tried I have not tried 2-blade props on a 5-inch yet. I have not. I have 2 blades on my Flywoo Explorer, but it's the 2 blade that it came with, and it's to reduce the weight, and it does great. But that is just that's just basically made for cruising around. Yeah, you guys, as you guys seen in my video, and while I'm thinking about it, I am just going to go ahead and unplug my SD card now. But you guys, as you guys seen in the video, I'm just more of I cruise around, I'll flip here, I'll do like a power loop, or I might roll or whatever, but as for like, doing everything else, like, I don't fly anything like Vampire. But, sometimes I do kind of like, okay, can I squeeze through here? Yeah, I'll give it a try. But yeah, if anybody finds any yellow propellers, please, by all means, let me know. Because I'd really like to deck that thing out all yellow. But if no one finds them, not to worry. Like I said, I have some vinyl hydro dip coming, and yeah, I'm gonna hydro dip the props. So, if anybody had ever seen my if anybody has ever seen my D-Quad Obsession frame, that whole thing was hydro dipped. Ethics S4. Spat is saying Ethics S4, I can get yellow props. yellow and green. So let's paste this and see what we can find real quick. Let's go on. Oh, you fucking son of a! You know what? Spat. Hold on. Time out. Where are we at? I lost my OBS for a moment. Let's go back in here. All I did was I copied Spat's Ethics S4s, and I completely forgot about these. I forgot about their sets. All I would have to do is literally order 2 sets, and then I have the yellow props. Let's see here. These are the 5 by. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I like the 3 by 3.7. That 3.7, that's not a very big pitch, is it? But needless to say, that's the lemon lime version. You know, there's a ethics prop review. I don't know who did the review. 16 pieces. Yeah, we're gonna look at. Oh damn! And these could be here next Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. That would make sense. What are they? They're the same. So what I could do is I can go up here and I could create my. I could create my affiliate link, and then send it to my wife and have my wife buy them. Yeah, I do have an affiliate link through Amazon. Yep. So, store ID. Who do I want it to sell it from? Who do I want it to, track it through? Get the link. Ah, fudge. Damn you, Spat. You're a dick. All right, guys. I am gonna take off. And like I said before, I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys, coming in here and hanging out with me as I'm trying to sit here and get this to. Why isn't that wanting to work? Because am I not clicking the button in the right spot? I'm not clicking something in the right spot because it won't let me pull up my. It won't let me pull up my YouTube page. Don't know why. It is what it is. I don't need it up right now anyways. I don't know if it has something to do with because where I have that positioned, I'm not sure. But, so I can end this thing. Yeah. My computer's being stupid right now. Oh well, it is what it is. I was trying to check and see if there were any. I guess I can just leave it hovered over it just for a moment just to see if anybody's left any more comments. Alright guys, that's it. No more comments. Alright guys, I am going to click this end screen button and I am going to get out of here. So you guys, the few of you guys that have been in here, whether you've been in here the whole time or whether you just joined, whatever it is, I definitely appreciate you coming in here, hanging out, and, just being my friend. It was nice to see Brock in here. I'll leave it. I'll leave it on that. So, you guys take it easy. I'm out of here. Have a good one. Spat, I'm gonna go ahead and grab your link right now while I'm thinking about it, trying to look around the microphone. All right, guys, take it easy. Johnny, I'm putting.